Good morning. All right, this is Susan Norrell. I'm going to show you hopefully a quicker way to do this equation than the way that Alex shows it. I always look at a fraction bar as a division sign. So one of the easier ways to solve a two-step equation or a one-step equation is to look at that as a division sign, because all fraction is a division problem. So if you are solving an equation, you already have the answer. You are not looking for the answer, you are looking for the missing piece of the problem. So if you will think about PEMDAS, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. This stands for parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. So this is your order of operations for when you are looking for your answer. You go in this order to solve things. However, when you are looking for the missing piece of the problem, think about your missing cell phone. What are you going to do? Well, the battery's dead. You can't call it. It was an expensive phone. It's not paid off. You're not going to go buy another one. So you actually have to go backtrack. You have to think about the last place you were. You have to look for it. So when you backtrack, you're going to do the order of operations backwards. You're going to do any addition and subtraction first, then any multiplication or division, any exponents, and then you kind of deal with any parentheses as you come across them. So if we look at this particular problem, there were no addition and subtraction. The only thing that is happening to the letter U is it's being multiplied by 4. So we move on to that multiplication and division. When you backtrack, if you walked downstairs and you're looking for your cell phone, then you have to walk back upstairs. So you have to do the opposite of what you did in order to backtrack. So the opposite of multiplication is division. So if they are multiplying by 4, then you have to divide by 4. And the reason is because 4 will go into 4 one whole time, and 1 times the letter U is just the letter U. See, your whole goal is to get this letter completely by itself so that you can find its value. Now, if you do something to the left side of the equation, you also have to do that same thing to the right side in order to keep them equal. Otherwise, they're not equal anymore. So if you divide by 4 on the left side, you also have to divide by 4 on the right side. Now remember how I said this was a division sign. So all you have to do is extend that division sign a little bit further and multiply anything that those two are underneath that division sign. So this would still be 16 on the top. 5 times 4 would be 20. Now you can simplify your fraction here. So 16 over 20. Let's see. 2 will go into 16. 2 will go into 20. Those are both even numbers. So if I divide 2 into the numerator and the denominator, then I can simplify that fraction. 2 will go into 16 8 times. 2 will go into 20 10 times. Well, those are still both even numbers, so I can simplify that fraction again. 2 will go into 8 4 times. 2 will go into 10 5 times. That fraction will not simplify any further. So my fraction, my final answer here is U is equal to 4/5. Now, if you want to check this answer, we take our original problem, we plug in our answer 4 times 4/5. And we work it out. 4 times 4 is 16. And remember, this is just division here. So there's that 5. So when you multiply a whole number by a fraction, you multiply your numerators. And a whole number is a fraction over 1. Like put that whole number over 1. So multiply your denominators. 1 times 5 is 5. So it does check out. So you know that 4/5 is correct.